Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back again for another episode of my FM21 save with Ajax. We're starting straight up on the schedule page. Last episode were these two games against Bilbao and Heerenveen. We then beat ADO Den Haag again, 4 goals from Lassina Traoré. He just can't stop scoring. It is absolutely insane how his season is going. After that, we played Red Bull Salzburg away from home and we actually lost 4-3. So we lost our second game in the group, which of course is disappointing. But it was a pretty tight game. We were playing away and only 4-3, even though they did have a man sent off in the 40th minute. I think we should have gotten more from that match, but it just wasn't our day. So I'm actually not sure where that leaves us in the group. Let's check it out. We are in second. Red Bull Salzburg has picked up 4 points. We have 3, Inter 2, and Bilbao 1. So after that Champions League game, we then beat Cambuur 2-0. Eriksen and Kluivert with the goals, and then Twente 2-1. Anthony and Asensio with the 2 goals. So unlike his form earlier in the season, Traoré actually hasn't scored for the last 2 games. So I'm hoping he can pick up a couple of goals here today away against Inter. And after that, we're going to move to PEC Zwolle. So, of course, there haven't been any more transfers because the transfer window was already shut. There are already some deals agreed upon for January. But again, as I mentioned last episode, I'm going to show you guys when that time comes. For now, let's just get straight into the first game against Inter. I have made a new tactic because the 4-2-4 that we were playing, especially away from home, was just leaving us way too open at the back. So I have made a 4-2-3-1, and of course we still have the 4-2-4 because that does work when we're playing at home. And we have a 4-4-2 in case we have to hold on to a lead. But we are gonna start out with the 4-2-3-1 here against Inter, and this is gonna be the team. No, it's not, because a couple of players on the bench are unregistered. I see that now, so let's see what our assistant thinks of the team. He switched it around just a little bit, oh, no, wait, they weren't even, because we can only use 7 subs. My brain is not working right. So, in goal is Onana, of course, Frimpong, Markovic, Guardiol, and Rensch in the back. Alvarez and Gravenberg. Anthony, Kudus, Asensio, and of course as striker Traoré. So let's get into the game. Let's hope that we can pick up another 3 points, even though we are playing away from home. We have faced Inter before, and I believe we've beaten them every single time, or at least not lost once. So that is something to take to this game, to give us a little bit of positive vibes after the 4-3 loss against Red Bull Salzburg. Of course, we have to get back to winning ways if we want to move on to the knockout rounds. They haven't been in very good form, as you can see by the last 5 games. But, of course, I don't know what teams they played. Maybe they played Juventus and Napoli or teams like that. But let's get straight into the game. So, the downside of this tactic, as we almost get a big chance in the first minute, the downside of this tactic is the fact that we have a lot of strikers. We have Traoré, we have Borré, we have Dolberg, of course a lot of very good strikers, and then Rocky Grootvaam, who is gonna come through the youth ranks in a couple of seasons time. Hopefully he'll be our first choice. So with the 4-2-4 we of course had 2 strikers, so we had more places to fill for those players. Now only having 1 striker, that's gonna be a penalty. That has to be a penalty. Skriniar trips Asensio, and that has to be a penalty. Let's see what the VAR says. And it is a penalty. Asensio is going to take it himself. Hopefully he'll score it. There we go. And he doesn't. He hits the post. Damn, Asensio and his penalties. I took him off penalties, but the main penalty taker is apparently not on the pitch, as Lukaku gets injured. And they sub on Belotti, so that's not really a loss in quality. But yeah, now only using 1 striker makes it more necessary to rotate more, which could become an issue in the future when a couple of strikers possibly could get pretty pissed off with the fact that they are not playing enough. maybe we have to look to sell on another striker in January. And my first thought would be to sell on Boré. I don't know how the rest of these months are going to go, of course. But Traoré is still very young and he is homegrown. And Dolberg is a little bit younger than Boré and he is also homegrown. So my preference is to sell on Boré in January if we get a good offer for him. And if not, maybe we can loan him out or find some other way in which we can make sure that all of our strikers are getting the game time that they want and that they deserve. And in case of Rocky Grootvaam, the game time that they need to develop more. So, speaking of which, I'm going to sub on Neres for Asensio because he's not playing well. And Boré is going to get his chance in the first team. And he's going to be subbed on for Traoré. Let's hope that we can turn this game around. I mean, we're not behind, but we need to get a goal. We need to get the win here. Even though we're playing away from home, we need to get the 3 points to have a good chance of moving on. As Belotti with a good chance of himself, but luckily he is the side netting and it's still 0-0. Let's demand more of the players. Why would we put Grootvaam as right wing? Why would we do that? What else can we swap? Let's get Stamenic on for Kudus in center attacking mid. Because Kudus is tired and Stamenic is a very good player too. As Brozovic, no, Onana, what a mistake. Marcelo Brozovic opens the score in the 77th minute to give Inter the lead. And now we definitely have to score. So let's go more attacking. Let's get angry with the players. Let's get more direct too, because as I said, we have to get at least a point. We cannot afford to lose this game, otherwise it's going to be very tough for us to move on to the knockout rounds of the Champions League. Not that the Europa League is a bad competition, as Anthony tries one from distance, but Strakosha with a good save and leads to a corner kick, Anthony, but it's cleared. Not that the Europa League is a bad competition, but seeing the last couple of years, us getting to the latter stages of the Champions League, as the final whistle goes and we do lose out on any points, I would say it's undeserved that we didn't win. But at the end of the day, we should have just taken our chances. And we're now last in the group as Bilbao beat Salzburg. So it's a very, very tight group. There's only 2 points between first and fourth. So it's still all to play for in the remaining 3 games. Which, on one hand, is good because we are last. So it's good that we have all to play for. But on the other hand, I would have, of course, liked it to be that we were in first with 9 points. But I'm going to see you guys in just a second for that league game against PEC Zwolle. Alright, here we are for the game against PEC Zwolle. Let's hope that we can get back to winning ways. Because now you have seen me play live 2 games back to back, which we didn't win. So let's hope that we can pick up the 3 points against Zwolle here. This is going to be the team. Onana again in goal. Masraoui, Verissimo, Luperto, Gvardiol, Alvarez, Gravenberg, Kluivert, Kudus, Eriksen, and Traoré at striker. So, again, rotating the side just a little bit. We are going to go with the 4-2-3-1 again, because I do think even though the 4-2-4 does work more at home, especially against lesser sides like PEC Zwolle. Having said that, we also didn't win against Heerenveen. So, I'm going to go with a 4-2-3-1 and hope that we can pick up the 3 points. And let's just see where they get us. So, having played that match that we just did against Inter, which of course we lost and we're last in the group, it might seem very dangerous, and it kind of is, but on the other hand, as I said, it's only 2 points between number 1 and 4, and there's still 3 games to go, so anything can still happen. If we win all of our remaining games, then you never know where we'll end up, and hopefully, well, if we do win all our remaining games, you know that we'll finish in first. That is guaranteed, pretty much. So let's hope that we are able to do that, as we might get a penalty kick here. I don't think it's gonna be, because in my opinion, it was a clean tackle. But I'll guess we have to wait and see what the VAR thinks of it. And let's hope he does give us the penalty. And he agrees with me, it's not a penalty. So it's still 0-0, 17 minutes played. Pretty boring match until now. So, as you can see on the right hand side of your screen, we are in first. But if we don't win this game and the numbers 2 and 3 do win theirs, then we drop down 2 places. So we have to pick up the 3 points to keep our first place secure. So let's hope we can do that here. I mean, we should be able to. We have the players. We have the better players than Zwolle do, and we are in better form too. I mean, as you can see, they are in 10th. They have half of our points. So let's hope that we can finally win a game again. And not only win a game, as Kudus horribly misses that free kick, but not only win the game, but also win it quite comfortably. Kudus again with a very poor free kick. So we might need to look at the free kick takers and the penalty takers. As you just saw, Asensio missed the penalty. Traoré with a close header, but it's just wide of the post. Still 0-0. But yeah, we might need to look at the set piece takers, as Kudus is taking his free kicks horribly wrong, and so is Asensio with his penalties. So maybe, I mean, we have Christian Eriksen. Why we should probably put him on them. Oh, there he is, Eriksen to take the free kick, and Luperto with a very close header of his own, just like Traoré, but this time it's just over the crossbar. We're getting more and more highlights, but still we're not taking our chances. We have had a couple of very good chances, and now finally Christian Eriksen, his second goal of the season, and it could be a very important one as he puts us into the lead against Zwolle just before halftime. But look at this, the fact that our backups are still so good. I mean, this is pretty much a fully rotated side. I mean, Mazraoui is rotated. Our entire defense, except for Guardiol and Onana, is rotated. Alvarez is not our first choice. Kluivert and Eriksen are not our first choice. So it's almost a fully rotated side, and we're still beating Zwolle. But not only are we beating Zwolle, our backup players are still Christian Eriksen, Justin Kluivert. I mean, a couple of very, very good players. So, still, all in all, a pretty close match. Hoping that we can get us another goal to make the lead a little bit safer, as a 1-0 is always very dangerous. So is a 2-0, but a 2-0 of course is a little bit better than 1. As Mazraoui has the ball here, let's hope that this chance does lead to a goal. And what a shot by Gravenberg, but a very good save by their goalkeeper. So, what I want to ask you guys is, because I have missed the youth intake pretty much every season, what I want to ask you guys is, let me know if you want me to show you guys some of the young players that have come through our youth intakes. I will be happy to show you guys those players. I mean, I gotta tell you, not a lot of the players are very promising, but there are still some in there that could become really good. Of course, you never know. But yeah, please do let me know if you want me to show you guys some of the young players, so you guys can get a little bit more of an in-depth look in the save and in what the club looks like right now. Because, of course, in a couple of seasons' time, maybe some youth player breaks through the first team and you will have no idea where that player came from, as I would have never shown you the youth intake or how that player looked like when he was younger. So, please do let me know. Just, after this match, I will scroll through my entire club. So I'll get to the squad screen as Jeppe Kjær with a good chance, but another save. So I will scroll through my entire squad screen, so the first team, Young Ajax, and the under-18s, as we win the match against Zwolle. A very close game, so maybe for the home games we do need a more attacking tactic, as this one we do have 20 shots, from which 8 on target, but only 1 goal is very, very poor. We should have gotten way more goals. We should take our chances way better. But what I'm going to do right now, as I just mentioned, is going to scroll through the entire squad. If the screen wants to load and help me out here. There we go. So it's already filtered to show you guys senior squad, Young Ajax, and the under-18s in just a second. There we go. So I'm going to sort it by potential, and let's start from the bottom. So all of these players, some of the players were already at the club when we got here, and some of the players we bought from other teams. Some of the players came through our own youth intake. So I'm just gonna scroll like this and just let me know what player you're interested in to see, and not necessarily youth players, you know, just any player that you're interested to see his attributes or his stats of how he's been playing for us. Please do let me know in the comments down below, because as I said, I want to give you guys more of an in-depth look in the save and the squad, and you guys will get more of an idea of what players you can expect to make more first team appearances in the future. So we're almost there at the end. As you can see, we have a lot of players with 5-star potential. So it's probably going to be a tough decision to ask a couple of players you want to see. But please do let me know in the comments below, and I will show you guys those players. I do have to say that I'm recording a couple of episodes ahead, so when you ask for a player, it might not be necessarily the next episode, could be the one after that or the one after that. But do let me know what players you want to see and what players you're interested in, and I will show you guys. So that was it for this episode. We picked up a win against Zwolle, but we lost to Inter. All in all, pretty average episode, pretty average 2 games. We are in first place in the league, at least 2 points above AZ. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time, and I'm gonna tell you guys for what matches that is gonna be. It's gonna be for certainly the Feyenoord game, because I think I've only shown you guys a match against Feyenoord once, and that was the cup that we lost that I don't want to talk about anymore ever. So I'm going to show you guys the Feyenoord game, and then depending on what the group is looking like, we're going to do either the Bilbao game or the Salzburg game. Possibly, I prefer the Salzburg game because I've shown you guys Bilbao at home. I've shown you guys Inter now, so I haven't shown you guys Salzburg. But if we can already secure the first place in this match, then I'm going to show you guys that one. I doubt that's going to be the case, so it's probably going to be Feyenoord and Salzburg, but maybe Bilbao and Feyenoord. So stay tuned for that episode in 2 days, and I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.